Ah, it cracked the frickin' board. You got to be kidding me. I'm in utter disbelief and shock. You're looking at this right. Now, I had an issue with one of my motors. They stopped working. Okay. And I emailed Evolve. And Evolve's great. Evolve's awesome. They have the nicest people that work there, at least through email. That's my experience. And they wrote me back and said it sounded like the issue was going to be covered under warranty. Can I just make a video for them? I said, sure. So what happened was the motor stopped spinning. One motor would just spin. And I noticed this in a pre-check. So what I did was I always pre-check the board. I brought it out front, I put it down, I kicked it, went down to the corner, and went to go make a turn. I was going to go to the parking lot behind me. It was nighttime. And when I made that turn, well, I guess it would have been this way. I don't know which way, but it was a right-hand turn. This just slid out from underneath when it broke off. Even ripped the cable off. And this was the bad motor, so I guess it's really bad now. I mean, I wasn't even going that fast. For this to rip that like that, I don't even understand. I am like blown away. I really am. I mean, look at this. This had to have been... I mean, listen, I know Evolve didn't actually make these trucks, okay? I know they pay someone to do it. So I'm not blaming them for this. This had to have been bad pot metal or something. I mean, it's definitely cast metal. You could see it broke, like a lot of stress there, right? And it just broke. Am I the only one that ever had this problem? Well, there it is. And for this motor, well, this motor definitely doesn't work now. But it was making like a, I don't know, like when I would kick it. See, once I pre-checked it and found the motor didn't work, I didn't use it. I never turned the electric on or anything. When I put it down and would go, it sounded like a little clanking noise from in here. And listen, the pre-check, what's very important, your wheels, check the bearings, the drive bearing, right? And then check the motor, make sure it's mounted on there tight. And this right here, this motor mount, check that, make sure that's tight. If this isn't tight, you may just have a motor fail on you. Reason being, if this is tight, this wire can move around. And see the input here into the motor? That wire can get pushed into the motor. And this is spinning inside. And that'll chew that wire right up. And I learned that the hard way. I didn't have the board that long. And this is one of the motors. See? It doesn't even look like either one of those. It wasn't even that old. What happened was the board came with the all-terrain setup. I put the skate wheels on it. What happened was the board came with the all-terrain setup. I put the skate wheels on it. This here, I mean, I checked it all. It was tight, but this needs thread locker, okay? These motor mounts, there's 4 bolts there. A little bit of thread locker in there just in case. So like I said, I'd only been using it maybe a few weeks, 3 weeks. This had loosened up, and the wire here right here, pushed into that hole, and the end of it, the head, got all torn up. So that was lesson learned. That's why I pre-check the board every time. These motor mounts are tight as can be now. I'll never have that problem again. This right here, the motor stopped, and that could have been bad if I was flying. So that right there, pre-checking the board, may just save your life one day. All right. How I didn't notice any of this during a pre-check is, right, let me show you. I re-grip taped the board. So if there were any stress cracks there, I would have never seen them. That's all underneath the grip tape now. Here. Let's see if we can pull this tape up. Well, there it is. You saw it from the top. It looks as though there's a lot of stress that's put on that little pivot. This is the only connection. The whole thing doesn't connect. Only these edges. But I didn't even have the electric on when this happened. So how in the world does that happen? I wasn't going fast. I mean, I'm fat. I'm not that fat. Oh. Well, there you go, Evolve. There's a situation. Like I explained in my email, I went to go pre-check the board. I realized one of the wheels wasn't spinning. I went and put the board back and emailed you guys later on. You said, hey, sounds like it'd be covered by a warranty, but you know, make a video for us. Then I went later on that night. It was dark out, went to go make the video. I figured I'd go up behind my house. There's a big parking lot, it's all lit up. Electric wasn't even on. I kicked the board to the corner, went to go make my turn, and the rear truck just wiped out from underneath me. Now, like I said, I'm a guy that broke his back pretty bad once and then did it again. I don't get around all that great. I get around enough to go skateboarding. I could only abuse the board so much, even if there is abuse present. I don't know what the heck happened here. What would even make it do that? That would have to be a lot of pressure on that truck, I guess. Or it was a bad truck. It was a faulty truck. You know, it's pot metal, obviously. I know you guys at Evolve didn't actually make that truck. But I tell you what, I was definitely blown away. Thank God I was only going a couple miles an hour and there was no electric. Honestly, I was in shock when it happened. I was blown away immediately. What went through my head was I could have been going skating. I could have been going a decent speed, went to go make that turn, and there was a car there or something. What I am asking Evolve, though, is to at least fix my board so it is rideable and it is usable. When I had the issue the first time, when I had the issue with the motor itself, I realized pretty quickly that it was my fault for not pre-checking, that one of the parts had come loose, and I was very upfront and I was honest with you guys. I told you guys right off the bat. I let you guys know about the motor, what had happened, and I took blame and I took fault, but I still asked, is that covered under warranty? And obviously you guys told me no, and I took it on the chin, and I paid the 200 and whatever some dollars it was for a new motor. Okay, but this time I don't see fault in it. I see that it looks to me like the board fell apart. I tell you what, I've made a lot of videos on the Evolve electric skateboard, and I know I may not have much of an impact to the consumer world or in the consumer group with the Evolve board, but electric skateboards is something I'm heavily into. I test prototypes for other companies. I help not design necessarily, but engineer boards for other companies, and Evolve is my go-to board. This is what I use. This is my preference. Now that I have it, I really think I probably would have liked the bamboo, and I really think I'm going to get a bamboo board. That's still up in the air, but I definitely need this GT fixed. So this is my issue. This is what I'm working with. I'm going to need a new truck. I'm going to need a new motor. Actually, I haven't even turned it on yet to see if that other motor still works after this incident. And that I will do. I'll go ahead and I'll test it, and we'll go from there. I know one of the videos I had made before was you got to pay to play. And I totally understand that. I completely understand that. I actually just went through an issue with my remote. The remote broke, the lever, and you guys at Evolve, you honored that. You understood that it broke, and you replaced the remote. I've been pretty happy so far. I've definitely been pretty happy. I've dealt with a lot of these other companies, and there's one company in particular I can think about that made me so happy. But when I email you guys are great. I always have the best email conversations with Evolve, and I hope this goes well as well. So there's a situation, Evolve. As you can see, not only am I recording this issue for you guys, but I make videos as well and recordings, and this is something I'm posting to my YouTube, and it's not my intention to hurt you guys or even hold this video above your head in a situation. I solely made this video to make you aware, to show you the situation, and have it be part of the resolution process. So I just want you guys to understand this. This is something common that I do, is make these videos. This is nothing against Evolve, and I'm pretty sure this will work out all right, whichever way you guys decide to take care of it. All right, that's all I have for now. And anybody who's not from Evolve and watched the video, I hope you followed what happened and what went on. Please don't make any assumptions. Please don't just look at my picture and go, oh wow, Evolve's a piece of crap, because I could probably give you 1,000 reasons why to buy an Evolve skateboard. Sure, there's always pros, there's always cons, but I'm going to tell you right now, compared to the other boards out there, compared to the customer service out there, what you get with Evolve is definitely premium, without a doubt. Okay, so if you don't have the money to pay, don't play. Maybe Evolve might not be the company for you. You know, I know it sounds harsh, but that's just reality. That's just the true hard facts about it. It just is what it is. All right, guys, take it easy. Peace out.